I'll tell my story a little later. It's an interesting
he has a
perspective
story.
we get here. From the camera, we're actually into like a little bit of popcorn ceiling, which is pretty hilarious. That was at
Hi,
home, too.
Kelly. Good to see you.
Oh, hello.
No.
Here
Oh,
we
no.
go.
The Wi-Fi is really bad here.
Well, if it completely conks out.
We'll try.
Yeah. We're actually on the wireless from the phone. And that's probably completely overtaxing our account. And the phone company's going, no way, man.
Okay, we are live on YouTube.
Yep.
Hi, Gettysburg, ma'am.
Hello.
Sorry if it conks out. The Wi-Fi here is really bad. I'm actually on personal hotspot, so I don't know how it's going to work. Hi, Amy. Good to see you in Des Moines. And Johnny, hello. Wait, you are on the right channel.
You're on the correct channel.
We're in Newark this evening.
We have changed homes. We live in Newark now, at least for the moment.
At least for the next few minutes.
Another 18 hours, and then away we go. But
hi, John.
Lovely place. Wouldn't want to live there. But I visit there frequently.
And hi, Lisa.
When we need to travel. After all, that's the kicker. And we are broadcasting you from bed. Yes, I know that sounds like either something a little risque or something a little John and Yoko. But you take your pick. I think in that case, it was also a little risque.
At the Crown Plaza in beautiful, actually, I think it's downtown Elizabeth, but Newark sounded better.
It's kind of like calling it, so do you want to say Elizabeth, which sounds fancy, or Carteret, which sounds like...
Hi, Nancy, at work. And hello, Satellite. Yes, road trip. Soon to be a plane trip, which is why we're at Newark. But yay, good to see everyone.
We're probably not visiting here otherwise unless we need to go to IKEA. And actually, we have one closer. So there you go.
I'm going to sit up higher.
Yeah. I'm going to sit exactly where I am because I feel comfortable, and it's doing wonders for my lower back.
Bars in Newark look just like I expected, John says. Sorry, the video keeps crapping out.
That.
I don't know what to do about it.
There's probably nothing. We're either on the
Eric.
hotel Wi-Fi or on the phone Wi-Fi, and they're both going to be equally miserable. So that's it.
Oh, jeez. Gettysburg, ma'am. Yes. You're getting on the plane at the right time with the snow coming. Oh. Yikes. Anyway, I'll be happy to miss that.
We probably have told this story a number of times on the air before, but the time circa 2014, 15, when we trucked out west and we had a 3-leg tour, a 3-hour tour. And the first leg
more than 3 hours.
in February dropped us in Detroit. That sounds like not the place you want to land in. Well, not in February because it was just complete blizzard, complete like whiteout blizzard. And we land and we think, that's it. Spending the night in Detroit. Who do we know here? Going to call them because there's nothing to do but go get a shot and a beer.
Nope.
And, damn it, but we land there and the pilot says, oh, hey, folks, well, we have some weather conditions. You can see that. We're going to be here for a few minutes. I think 45 minutes later, we were cleared and we took off. I guess they just know how to take care of things in Detroit. Our second leg was Salt Lake City, where they did not know how to take things because we landed late. And then they were about to put us on a plane 24 hours later. And what a bunch of rigmarole.
Oh, thank you, Gettysburg, ma'am.
We figured it out. She talked to a guy, a very nice man at the counter, took care of us.
Well, the first people at the counter were horrible.
No,
but then I found someone to help us.
You found the nice young man who's just like, oh, I can get you on a plane faster than that. Well, where could you go to? We changed destinations.
I was like, I don't care. Get me anywhere in Southern California.
In fewer than 24 hours. Yeah, it was many fewer than 24 hours. Oops. Maybe a few.
Uh-oh.
Not a problem. And besides, you're gonna land and rent a car. It's like if you can't exactly land in OC, go to Long Beach.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
hi, Julie. No, I fixed it. I fixed it. I can't even touch my phone because then it messes with the camera. But yeah,
sensitive. Yep. So we got a good crowd filling in here. Here we are once again at the lovely Crown Plaza, Elizabeth. Yes. Some of you have been here before, I'm sure. It's actually a pretty nice airport hotel, I got to say. And I just checked out the bar because she had this great idea, like, get something from the bar. I'm like, that'd be a great idea.
I still think you should run down and get something from the bar. I think that would be hilarious.
Maybe I will. I had one idea. I might act on that, but let's get.
Well, I have some hotel room drinks in mind, so let's start on one.
Shall we?
Hi, Philip. Good to see you.
You see, the reason I didn't get anything just for your identification was because she suggested Prosecco, and I thought, great idea. We frequently top the Prosecco. I go down, he's like, oh, I got nothing sparkling. Oh, wait, I have one thing. Wait, I might have some Moscato, and he takes nope. It was Chardonnay. Not
he must have
the
some
same
wine
product
Jeez.
by any stretch. Sorry, folks. So, but I don't know. I might still charge.
Elizabeth, we're in
Hello.
Newark.
Newark.
We are at the Crown Plaza at Newark because we're flying tomorrow morning, and it was just I didn't want to drive.
Hey, you know what?
Tomorrow morning.
When we looked into it, there were some points involved, so that actually turned out to be very nice.
All right, so I am making something I'm calling.
Very dry.
That's not what I'm calling.
Not going to call it very dry. Certainly with that amount of booze in it. No.
I'm calling it the Crown Plaza Margarita, and I'm starting with 2 ounces of Reposado tequila. And my little travel flask. Mm-hmm. It holds 4 ounces, so spoiler alert.
So guess
we'll
what?
Be doing 2 drinks with this.
We might just be doing 2 drinks with this.
And let's see. Hold on. Just want to say hi to everyone. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then what happened to my Grand Marnier?
Should be right there. I have the
Grand Marnier.
This is the Marnier? No, this is.
Okay, no.
You get the
All
Marnier.
right, I got it.
You get the Marnier.
Never mind.
Same color.
Half ounce of. Hello, Jack.
Faked you out.
Good
That's
to
what it
see
is.
you.
Hello.
Half ounce of my Grand Marnier. It's pretty much just I have lemon instead of lime, but.
End of the day, not a hell of a lot of difference there.
I'm using Grand Marnier.
Grand Marnier is a pretty excellent way to go if you're using orange liqueur and drinks.
Hi, Errol.
It's a real product unto its own, I gotta say. There's something very unique about Marnier.
And then half ounce of fresh lemon juice. Mm-hmm. We can split this if you want.
No. You've had a long day. You did all the driving.
Well, I know, but...
I think you deserve a stiff drink. That's what I think.
Well, yeah.
I think you deserve a real stiff one. That's what I think. So.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh, and
I don't have my noise box, so I completely forgot the noise boxes. Gee.
We have this set of travel bitters. They're all travel themed bitters that we got at Tales of the Cocktail
a few years back.
These are from Bittered Sling. And these are called Gastown.
Yeah.
This particular bitter. I'm using 1 drop of the Gastown.
I think they were limited, so I think this is it for these guys.
Well, I bet you could still get them somewhere.
But yeah, who knows? And Bitter Sling is still rocking it, so what the heck? Oh, you covered. Yes, you want to do that.
I want to get a nice seal on
firm seal on there because here we are in bed. Oh, camera shake there.
I dare not do anymore.
with too much more vigor.
The stiffer the better. Aw. Hi, Disney for the win. Good to see you.
Well, hello. Yes. Good to see all of you here tonight. Yes, this is kind of fun to broadcast.
Oh, hi, Pat. Good to see you.
Oh, hey. Excellent.
Oh, where's our bar voucher?
Yeah, exactly.
Gwen, we're going to Atlanta tomorrow for Inuhele.
Really?
It's a tiki event.
So all of you watching who know such things, that's where we're going to be. If you are actually traveling to Atlanta or near and you're going to be there, let us know.
Yeah, if you're going to be in Atlanta, let us know.
Let's hook up. We're going to be there for a few days.
If you are in Atlanta, let us know.
I know there are some things to do in old hot Atlanta. Although currently I believe it's more like cool Atlanta.
Yes.
With evening temperatures in the 20s. I'm not expecting any swelter, no.
So, what did I start to say?
I just did that wrong.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
What I started to say. Oh, Atlanta. What else? Mm-hmm. Bar voucher. Marcy took the hotel points because I'm all about the points. But they gave you a choice between something from I forget what it was, from the bar or the points. I was like, yeah, I'll take the points. Thanks.
I tell you.
Oh, Gwen, I know. It's freezing here too.
It's something like 9 degrees. We just had some food we brought, and I was thinking, there's a menu down there for the local pizza joint, which I bet is a really great pie from Elizabeth. Oh, I will give that a try. And I thought,
that's good.
You know what we could have done? Order a pie, eat half of it, put it in the box, throw it in the trunk of the car. It'll be frozen solid by the time you get back. Seriously.
Eric, I feel your pain. I was saying, please, somebody just please kill me on the drive to the airport.
Yeah, we had
it was
a couple of inexplicable slowdowns of the type that you kind of only get in New Jersey. But you know what? We got past it, and we went.
Oh, Gettysburg,
Still.
ma'am. It's through Sunday, or I think there may be a couple of things on Sunday. It's mainly through Saturday.
Yeah, it's like a lot of these
but
things.
We're coming
Weekender
back Monday.
Kind of ends on Saturday. There's probably like a kind of a dregs bar on Sunday, and probably a band playing with some hangover remedy.
I don't know. Let's see.
Pretty good idea.
Let's see what's on the schedule for Sunday.
Got a handful of bar snacks. Should have taken more, I think. What's cooking Sunday,
weird.
folks?
It doesn't want to.
Not going to scroll on you.
Sunday is not much, I think.
Well, it's like Ohana. There's a handful of things which are mostly ad hoc events going on. There really should be a hangover brunch on Sunday at Ohana, and Waitiki should play, as they suggested.
Hi, Aaron.
And
Good to see you.
That's just a brilliant idea. You know, Bloody Marys, a little Prosecco, some... oh,
jeez.
What the hell do you do with Prosecco?
Oh, Pat, cold here in New Jersey tonight. Yeah,
Please.
it is. Where in New Jersey are you? It's cold in Newark, for sure.
It is not warm by
Philip,
any
we'll see you
stretch.
soon. Yeah, we
Any
can't
stretch.
wait. Safe travels.
Please. This is true.
Safe travels.
I got to say, I think that, you suggesting that is kind of why we logged on.
Lisa.
Why we signed on to Inhaley. So we're kind of like, yeah, baby, let's
Lisa
make it
says,
happen.
Isn't there one of those boxes beside the bed you put a quarter in and it shakes the bed? If it did, I would still be doing that right now.
Camera would be falling over. No!
I'd be like, no, let's try it.
Let's try this out. Hilarious.
We can make it shake.
Vibrate by yourself. I haven't seen a bed like that since the 70s at a hotel. And it's hilarious. It's kind of like you want to buy one on surplus, and that's your bed. And you
Oh my
put
God,
a
this
quarter
dress
and
is
make it
making
happen.
it's like bunching up strangely around my waist.
Well, actually,
Oh, Edison. Oh, from Elizabeth.
Oh.
I think we're in Elizabeth right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi, Peter. Good to
Peter.
see you.
Yes, some cocktails are in order.
My dress is
What the heck?
hanging strangely.
Really? Well, we're actually catching you sort of waist up, so.
Oh,
less of an issue.
Eric, I'm sorry.
Less of an
Having a
issue.
week.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, midwinter getaway. Yeah, I mean, it's not that warm in Atlanta, but there is a heated pool, I have learned. So
It looks like a
I'm all
nice
about
pool, too. And we inquired. She asked me if I would call them and see if the pool is open. And the gal said, oh, yeah. So, yeah, it's happening.
Disney for the win. Funny you should ask. Glendora is going.
Oh,
I don't know if she's actually going to show up, but we have some video to shoot of her. So she'll be there to some degree. Hi, Ken. Good to see you.
Hello. Okay, folks. Well, I'm getting envious of this little item over here.
Oh,
so
hello, Sherry.
I might
Sherry
just have
says
to remedy that.
it's a balmy 4 degrees in Marion,
4.
Indiana. Oh, jeez.
4. I tell you.
Okay, John has a recommendation. Daddy D's. Okay, we'll see what we can get to.
Atlanta BBQ. Daddy D's. Okay. Well, you know something?
Oh.
Not the first place that people think
But isn't book club always like that satellite? That's what I've heard about book club.
Oh, yeah. Not the first place that people think of when they start thinking BBQ. You're starting thinking Memphis barbecue, Texas barbecue, North Carolina barbecue. You don't necessarily know Atlanta, but you're like, it's deep south. There's going to be some pork
Wait a minute.
ribs.
I did lemon
There
curls. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Lemon curl. Good idea.
I almost forgot my
Well, I
lemon
need
curl.
to ape what you did, but with an ape-named ape.
So we're calling
rum.
the one he's making the Crown Plaza rum sour.
Rum sour. Because we have the ingredients to make a rum sour. It is an orangey rum sour. This is very full, so very ginger with it.
Spoiler alert, all of the
Guess
drinks
what?
tonight are called Crown Plaza something or other.
Strange, but true. Strange love.
Book club. Although I was talking to someone about book club recently and saying that she had heard that a mutual friends book club was really serious and would kick you out if you didn't read the book. Because I always thought book club was for drinking and nominally talking about the book.
But apparently it's for talking about the book and not drinking. Who the hell's idea was that? Anyway, I could use some.
She's bringing her own box wine. She's gonna buy it down there.
Yeah, good idea there, right?
Glendora doesn't like to carry things when she travels.
I could use some of what you've got over to your right.
Well, here's the Grand Marnier.
Start with the Marnier.
And here's the lemon juice.
That'd be a half ounce of the Marnier.
Let's see, catching up.
Mm-hmm.
Greatest part of hotel life, it's ice machine. Yes, Ken, I miss having an ice machine. So Crown Plaza kind of night. Gettysburg Map says yes. Yeah, rum sour. It's a dark rum sour too.
Dark rum sour. Yeah, that is actually Myers.
Oh, and
which we've been procuring from outside of New York State.
Oh, we're going to see Jason's outrageous. Talk on Don Beach. I hope so. I do actually have a Zoom while I'm down there. Mm-hmm. Believe it or not. But yeah, if I'm free, I'm all about doing that.
Okay, here we go. Thank you. What about Don Beach?
No, Jason's talk on Don Beach.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would love to.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. And of course, we might just have to go to Trader Vic's. I'll hope we can make it. Hope we can make it.
Darn.
Anyway, happen to have this. I love this sort of thing. We have a promo shaker here, which is Ornitos, and it does in fact say, "Good things come to those who shake things up." So I'm going to do that.
Where did we get that? I think it was a giveaway.
It might have been a giveaway somewhere. I don't recall. I'm going to hold this pretty tight because I'm not entirely sure about the seal in this.
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of a gentle shake around. Usually I'm shaking with much more vigor. But right now, I'm just getting it cold. That's all.
Errol has a great comment here. It says, in reference to Lisa's comment, I've stayed in hotel rooms before and thought them to be making a porn movie next door. Oh, we have too. We have too.
On occasion, I have heard people having a good time.
Yeah, I think... Gettysburg Map. I think it's supposed to be in the 40s while we're there, which is fine because there's a heated pool under a skylight.
Yep.
So that's fine with
me. They announced that the skylight can open.
Yeah, the first rule of book club says exactly.
There's an announcement from the hotel. The skylight does open. I'm thinking this will not be open for this event. Anyway, so here's our Crown Rum Sour.
Cheers.
Thank you,
all right, I gotta try it though.
Yes, you do.
Okay, Sherry says, we're stone cold sober at the library book club, but then again, I'm getting paid. Well, yeah.
Oh, shucks.
Then getting paid's good too.
Getting paid it's all part of the business. There are certain contexts.
Ooh, this is really good.
Yeah, certain contexts in which one does not get paid.
Did you use your bitters?
Oh, I didn't use my bitters. Yeah, I could use my bitters. They're right here. They're kind of hidden because things kind of fell over.
He's got another from the Bittered Sling.
That's right.
Travel.
Forgetting about this. So here, this is
Condesa.
The Condesa Aromatic Bittered Sling from the travel kit. It's in this little box that looks like it's fit for travel. These are these little 2-ounce bottles. Maybe it's 1 1/4 ounce bottle.
Oh, okay. So Peter has a question. So people on YouTube and Facebook can answer this.
One dropper.
What would be a good true crime cocktail? Clubs. We've made some true crime cocktails, haven't we?
Well, what constitutes a true crime cocktail? Yeah, sorry there. Got flustered for a second.
You know what? I have some... I know where I can find our
better.
True crime cocktails. Give me a second, Peter.
Please. We will investigate such things. True crime cocktail sounds like something with arsenic or something. Well, that's what did him in. It was a cocktail. But hopefully, if you make it yourself at home, you leave that ingredient out. I'm just saying that's not.
Well, we've got we don't have the ingredients to make these right now, but we've got the Dahmer, which is 1 ounce Crown Royal, 1/2 ounce grape juice, 1/2 ounce fresh lime juice, and a splash of Chinar.
That sounds actually quite good.
Oh, and chilled beer.
Try that again. Golden State Killer.
And then there's also the Golden State Killer, 2 ounces gold rum, 1/2 ounce apricot liqueur, a splash of tequila, a splash of lime juice, a splash of orange juice, and a dash of hella bitter smoked chili bitters. That one sounds good again, too.
Did we make the Hillside Strangler?
We didn't.
You didn't make that one.
Yeah, but those are a couple of true crime drinks.
Well, my, that's just a great name for a drink right there.
One shot fired. Oh, yeah. Okay, wait.
So you actually...
Yeah, 40s, that's a heat wave.
So you actually did know the victim. Well, that's interesting.
Did you see it?
Oh, that's so nice.
Oh, Eric's saying, out of curiosity, did you see that really short-lived attempt at a train wreck CBS tried to sell a while back called Tuesday Night Book Club? No, I didn't.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Sounds like fun, though.
Spicy.
Something spicy. Mm-hmm. We are limited tonight in ingredients because, of course, we're traveling. I suppose we could have packed many more things, but we started to run low on flasks.
Bloody Mary, that kind of is a true crime drink, too. You're correct.
Well, bloody. There you go.
Okay, good.
It's also a great drink if you're sort of investigating things after the morning after. Very Nick and Nora kind of thing. Although they never drank a Bloody Mary in their movies. It's all classics there. Highballs and cocktails.
Oh my gosh.
Long and short of it.
Wait, hold on. I gotta catch up. Hi, Don. Good to see you.
Hey, Don.
Don says, were you on the home bar tour where they were filming a porn next door to one of the stops? No. I sadly missed that. That's hilarious.
Well, that's interesting.
Book Club at Tiki Oasis is a blast. Is that with Karen? Because that would be a blast.
We actually attended one of those meetings at Tiki Oasis.
We did.
She did book club where it was the beatnik year, and she was.
We didn't do the book club, but she did a talk, a Kerouac.
Well, yeah, she did a talk about that, and I remember there was a book involved that you were supposed to have read, and we were talking to her. I said, well, I haven't read the book. And she said, we just come by anyway.
Sherry says, if you're looking for a drink your book choice, try the Lager Queen of Minnesota. I love that.
Ah, okay.
Oh, hi, Michael. Oh, Michael's watching his cozy in bed, too.
Well,
hey.
See? Everybody should be in bed right now. Get in your jammies.
Gwen, thank you.
I had a very last-minute idea to get into jammies for this, and then I realized I hadn't brought jammies. So much for that.
I have a fabulous robe I could have worn.
Fabulous robe.
Maybe I'll change into it.
Maybe you will, when you get tired of all that. That's the kicker.
John says I can make a joke about the Dahmer cocktail, but this is a family channel.
No, man. Kind of not, actually. We have to announce our content in certain of these venues, particularly YouTube, whether this is for children. Rose like, no.
Amityville and
there's nothing kiddie about this. In fact, if you are underage watching us right now make drinks and following along, I have nothing to do with that. So
Eric says, I was trying to be Real Housewives before Real Housewives. We had Real Housewives on earlier.
In fact, New Housewives of what now?
Oh, well, we had on New Jersey.
There you go.
Because Glendora.
Because Glendora. Got to do it. I find New Jersey Housewives to be particularly entertaining. Oh, good.
Gettysburg, ma'am. I'm glad the snow's going to miss you. Good.
Well, it could happen.
I hope as long as it doesn't snow on Monday, because we have to drive home.
Because we got to drive home and make our thing. I had to drive all the way to another county yesterday to get some signatures, and it was in fact flurrying somewhere along the way. And I thought, oh, please don't even start.
That sounds lovely. Gettysburg ma'am says in bed with the fire burning.
Oh, well, that's
thank you.
Isn't that a nice thing?
Thank you, guys.
Fantastic stuff. I smell a lot of wood fire in our neighborhood. A few neighbors are definitely burning some logs. And I always think, here, there, or anywhere, that always smells great. So power to you. Some people do it because they're trying to save energy. I will say that we know one couple.
Hi, Amy.
Who lives north of us, and they do have one of those. It's a very contemporary sort of stove. It's a real Franklin stove concept. And like those things radiate a ton of heat. You throw a few logs in, and it's like, that just heat up the whole place.
You know what? Put on my robe. Yep. I feel like my dress isn't hanging nicely. Okay. I don't like the line.
I like the line of it.
So I'm going to put on my anti-mame robe. So you hold that.
Well, I will do that.
I'll be back.
Entertain the troops.
Okay. I'm going to change.
Well, how about that? Could you, before you do that, throw me a curl? I forgot to ask for a curl. I'm like totally missing things here, folks. Thank you so much. That's wonderful. There you go.
All right.
I'm going to very carefully do this with one hand and give myself a little, and there we go. Just a little bit of essence. I think one live broadcast we were flaming those. What you do is it's better to get a sort of a quarter or $half size piece circular than the strip, because it's easier to actually get that. What you're trying to do is express the oil into the flame, and that will actually torch because the oil is inflammable, also flammable. So here we go. Big fun. Isn't it great that both those terms mean the same thing? There's good confusion for the kids. But it's inflammable. I didn't think that,
All right.
Oh, we have a call for Amaretto. I hadn't thought about that, as a matter of fact. You can't actually get a decent Mai Tai in a place like this. But you can get Amaretto.
You can't even get Prosecco.
You can't even get Prosecco, apparently. That was the thing. I go down to the bar. She had a great idea. Get Prosecco. Yeah! Because I had no bubbles. No bubbles tonight. But Amaretto, really?
Okay,
And you can get lime? Yeah. And you get rum? Yeah. It's like, yeah. Let's see what we can do, huh? Bingo. Wood fire is terrible for your health because it's full of carcinogens. So if you do run one at home, vent. I know, like inside your house, it's vented because it's called the chimney flue. But you might want to make sure that you're not actually getting too much of that. If you're doing a campfire out there, don't stand too close. You don't want to be breathing this stuff. I've done my at the end of the weekend. That's all you smell like. It's actually really, really bad, you know. But cooking over it is awesome. You know, that's amazing. There's an actual reference to snow lightning. You got photographic evidence of that?
We've seen that.
That's hilarious.
Hold on.
It's amazing. My favorite weather pattern in the world is snow sunshine. When it's just full-on snow, blizzard conditions, but full sun. You can't imagine why this could happen, but it's great. It's very cool.
The hook and
Oh, take your time. Yep.
I'm having a dressing disorder.
No, please, no disorders. Take your time. Oh, got a name checking of Brandy Alexander. Oh, really? That is a fine dessert style drink.
I feel like I should go down to the bar and just like say, what do you actually make?
Well, they have tequila and rum, but we had that, so I didn't need to get that. But I'm certain that they could make you all of the classics. Probably a pretty decent martini these days. A lot of places years ago would have given you a martini on the rocks, as a matter of course, which makes no sense to anybody. They will definitely do that these days with the Manhattan. That still makes no sense to me. Although it's a plausible on the rocks drink. It's straight up those classics, few ingredients, just straight up drink. Get it nice and cold in the glass. Boom, done.
All right, well, the fasteners on this robe are really weird, so if it falls open, you might see more than I intended.
More than intended?
Which just means ratings. So.
They'll probably make a vodka soda. Yeah, they'll definitely do that for you. These days, a lot of people are like, oh, I got to watch the calories. Give me vodka soda. And you know what? If that's your bag, go with it. They had a few more things behind the bar than that.
Who's going to
actually some pretty nice tequila. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, no.
Mm.
Oh, no.
Oh, here we go. Question, but who's in the path of the
Devin.
storm? But definitely. But you take care of what you got to. But definitely. There's a lot of like talking amongst selves.
But do we have to stop at Lenny's Liquors while driving?
Nice.
We'll stop at Lenny's on the way home.
On the way home, we need to restock on some things because we're using up all the good tequila
thank you, Gwen.
and the rum. So there you have it. But definitely, yes. Isn't this great?
I feel like the line isn't weird on this.
Yeah. Well, you've been calling this your anti-mame robe, which it is.
Yeah.
It's not an anti-mame robe from the 20s, which would be quite fragile, but
I think it's
a well-made garment that is definitely
emulating
that style.
It's from the 80s.
Definitely emulating that
but
style.
Yeah, it's trying to look 20s.
I like all this fringe around the corners there. That's really great.
It got caught in my cleavage.
Well,
all right.
You touched my bosom. But definitely
Eros is
one lightning strike, yeah.
And the storm. Wow.
Cocktail called Bombogenesis. Not that I know of, but if any correspondents out there know about it, we can try that in future. Today we're limited to 2 liquors and 1 liqueur, so not too much choice.
Did you see Eric's comment?
Let's see.
The difference doesn't make with so-called Real Housewives. For a while, it inspired me to stay single and go pseudo-monk. Well, they don't.
Well,
They don't choose their cast members because they seem like wonderful people. I'll just put it that way.
Let's just say that interesting things happen with, high heels being flung around the room.
Choose people who are going to bring the ratings.
This is the whole point of the show. I know you got to get the ratings. I know conflict drives these things, and boom.
Oh,
Nor'easter's happening. Jeez.
Oh, Devin, we're going to Atlanta tomorrow. So we're leaving from Newark. So yeah, we're going to Inuhele, which we're super excited
Going early,
about.
Both of us took
Oh yeah, Lisa. Lisa said the bed reminds her of Yoko and John Lennon.
I name checked that beginning of this broadcast. You were right on target. Absolutely. I was thinking you're either doing something risque or something John and Yoko. And it's a lot of fun to do these things from these sets of locations. And I don't think we have too many neighbors, so I'm not worried about or concerned about disturbing anybody.
This hotel seems completely dead.
I met one of the cleaning staff on the way up, and I noted that it was a little empty. She says, "Oh yeah, January, February." Mm-hmm. So
probably in a good year.
Probably in a good year.
COVID year, it's like forget it.
Yeah. So that's kind of like and fewer people traveling.
Thanks, David.
Absolutely. So we will actually be hitting Hotlanta, which currently is
probably a Hotlanta.
Probably more like Coolanta.
It is cool.
As far as the weather report goes, but that's okay. Got a few more degrees than we've got, and if it feels just kind of clammy, well, it's to be expected. It's still on the Atlantic seaboard. No big surprise there. And the fact is, our hotel is actually walking distance from, or our hotel is the event hotel.
Yes.
So we don't have to go too far. But then, of course, there's events happening over at Vic's, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna.
Well, I think it's
that's a few blocks.
You just go to Trader Vic's.
You just go.
There's no way back.
The big event is you go, and you order food and drink. Well, there you go. That's what you have.
Can do.
Enjoy the decor. This is one of 2 remaining Vic's.
Oh, Amy, I wish you were going to
North America. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You'd enjoy it, I'm sure.
Yeah. We're gonna try to go live from there. Spoiler alert.
Our quality of video broadcast tonight is big fun, but hopefully it's still fluid for you all.
I don't know when, so we'll
do it on the fly.
We'll see, but we're going to try to do
monitor
at least one live video while we're down there.
So that should be fun, yeah. And again, this is one of 2 remaining Vic's in North America. The other one being Emeryville. They both look fabulous, although we've never seen the Atlanta in person, so we'll be very pleased to visit and see it. That was decked out in 1976, I believe.
Devin says, one of my favorite fun facts about Atlanta is it was named after one of my favorite Amazons from Greek myth. I didn't know that.
There we go. There we go, indeed.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. You do wish you could stop. You wish you could stop at Trader Vic's at the Plaza Hotel, Peter. Yes, you do. So do I. I remember it being there when I first got to the big city, and I never went. And to my regret, of course, by the time that I was really living there, I think it was already gone. So that's the unfortunate part.
Oh, Eric says, there was a viral video of a weatherman doing weather outside. It was snowing, and there was lightning caught on TV. The weatherman was jumping up and down like a kid that it was captured live. I would too.
Hilarious.
Oh, my birthday is actually
2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. 2 weeks.
Couple weeks off.
Yeah, a couple weeks. So we'll figure something out.
Got a little time. We will figure what's going on around then. Because, we're going to do a live birthday for the birthday girl. Yeah. And we will let you know. So stay tuned to these pages. Same bat time, same bat channel. And you can join in.
Hi, Dan.
You can join in.
Dan says, go live Saturday because we're all stuck inside on Saturday. Okay, we'll try to make that happen.
I think we got the potential there.
Yeah.
We could really go live a lot of times. We do have power and we do have capacity. And as long as the Wi-Fi holds out, we'll see what happens, folks. But definitely. Speaking of holding out, this is actually going down a little slightly quickly.
Wow. Okay. I guess we have to run down and check out that bar. Actually, we have another round in us until we have to switch to beer.
This is very true. We do have like a couple of beers left so that we actually have some potential here and we can go for a while. We didn't stock up with this massive amount of stuff because, we're going to fly tomorrow. So we want to make sure we wake up and go and do and be cognizant.
Wake up? I'm not going to be able to sleep.
Yeah, probably not either. I never sleep in these things. I keep waking up and then eventually it's like, just get up and go.
When I was on tour in a show, my body got trained to wake up really, really early every day. And it got to the point where I was so anxious about waking up that I just woke up without an alarm. And it didn't have to be the same time. It wasn't even like the same time every day. But it's like if I knew I had to wake up at 6, I was up at 5:55. If I had to wake up at 6:30, I was up at 6:25. And I'm still like that.
I find that on an average day, I'm awake at about...
Yes, Gettysburg Man, Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I'm awake at 4 o'clock every day.
Oh, Eric, when is your birthday? I think, did you tell us this last week? Tell me again.
Yeah, let us know, please. I'm sure you did, and I'm sure I forgot. because there's been a few things
No,
going
tell
on.
me again.
That's not because I'm not interested in your birthday.
Thank you. I know we are gonna miss. Hold on.
How?
3. Okay, wait, hold on. I think we have a bunch of broadcasts happening now.
Oh boy.
Oh, oops. Okay, hold on.
Oh, ropes.
Oh no. We have a plethora of live broadcasts happening simultaneously. Okay. All right. We'll see if anyone finds us. But we got it back.
Damn it.
We got it back. Oh, okay, good. All right, you guys are still here. Hello. That was fun. I'm being sarcastic. Yay. Okay, Gettysburg Map sees us.
Always fun to lose a
Okay.
broadcast in the middle of a broadcast, isn't it? It makes some adjustments here.
Oh,
For
Ken
my
is
tails.
saying in Atlanta, as for the Vu Carré, we love a Vu Carré.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
Just made one of those last night, I think, or 2 nights ago. One of those, recently enough, we were talking about what to make, and she said, Vu Carré. I thought, I was thinking the same thing.
Yes. Hi, Ryan.
You know, it's kind of a classic that doesn't appear in too many bar guides. But it really is, it's a good little number.
I love that you're hanging out talking amongst yourselves. That makes
Please.
me so happy.
You know what?
Let's see if anyone's still on Facebook.
I like,
Oh, good. Oh, okay, good. You guys are still here. Hi.
we set up the party.
Hello.
The guests converse amongst themselves. I guess it's a great party. There you go. You know?
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
I'm glad that you can do that. Hey, particularly if we're working and suddenly we have technical difficulties and we disappear. Ah!
Wi-Fi is a harsh mistress.
It really is painful. It's not like I have the direct satellite download over here or something, you know? Gotta have the uplink. No, I have a nothing. I have a phone.
Oh, Vu Carré. Yeah,
Yes.
it's a classic cocktail. Yeah.
It's French, so it's Vu Carré, so that actually means old square.
Yep.
As a matter of fact. If that sounds like comes from New Orleans, yep.
Yep.
Comes from New Orleans. I think there was a specific hotel, and it was not the hotel I'm thinking of. I gotta look that
Eric,
up.
me too.
And circa 1930s.
Yeah, it works, Ryan.
One of the classic bartenders came up with this thing, and it is rye brandy Benedictine. No sour in this whatsoever, as a matter of fact. What else is in there? Sweet vermouth,
Yes.
2 kinds of bitters.
Yep.
Shake. They say the recipe says pour over ice. I say straight up. Get it very cold and straight up. That's the best way. I say lemon twist is a good idea with that drink.
I believe we're out of drinks when we lost our signal. So.
I am very close. If you wanted to make another drink, that would be fine.
I have a good idea.
What do you got?
B-52's Party Out of Bounds. Yes,
ding,
we
ding,
remember that.
Yeah, party going out of bounds. We were out of bounds. Oh,
We
they
were out of
bounced
bounds.
us. They sent us up to, penalty, 3 points.
Oh, yeah, Peter. Our flight's in the morning, so I don't know how many lovely libations we'll enjoy before the flight. But it does have some... We have had many a fine beverage at the airport.
We've had many fine beverages aboard the plane.
Oh, Devin, I'm so happy to
Yep.
hear you say that.
Yeah.
Hey.
So,
Oh, no, the signal just... It's
Keeps coming
crapping out again. I don't know.
crossing
what to
fingers.
say.
I don't know how long we've
Say.
got with this. We're going to do our best, and we're going to go as long as we can, folks, because
None of us knows how long we have.
you don't know how long. So make sure you
Anyway,
live,
so let's have a drink while
you
we're
live
at
every
it.
minute and have a damn drink while you're at it.
Oh, we love hanging out with you.
Yes.
No. All right.
Yeah, Liberty does actually have a few good places.
The
have a
shaker
bev.
went away.
The shaker is here. Actually,
Oh, okay.
you know something? While I was up taking care of things, I probably should have refreshed the shaker.
That would have been smart.
I will do that now. There was a little spillage. We took care of it. It's okay. And of course,
Okay, yeah. So far, so good. I don't know. I wish there was something we could do, but I remember. It keeps saying interrupted. I'm like, ah! I remember a while back, Paul bought some sort of black magic box that was supposed to make our live stream so much better, and it didn't work at all. So I don't know. Oh, Devin says that shaker is so cool. It's a Tupperware. It's like an old Tupperware shaker. Oh, Amy, yeah, well, we're trying. I don't know what to say. Wi-Fi, man.
Archmistress.
Eric says, I know when I'm going to die because my birth certificate has an expiration date. Oh, no. Oh, Gettysburg Map says, although in real life I'm unlikely to mingle at a cocktail party in PJs and bunny slippers. That would be fun, though. Slumber party.
That's a lot of fun.
It would be fun. Oh, my gosh. Magic box. It wasn't magic. It was kind of crappy, but thank you.
It's a great device that never worked for me.
I'm sure it works for other people.
It was not. It was not some $29.99 piece of junk from the internet. It was actually a very well designed device. It is literally. You said it was a Black Magic box. It's literally made by Black Magic Video, and I could never get this to work properly, and I never got satisfaction out of their customer service. So I can't speak too highly of them right now. But actually, we just revived that machine, and it completely conked out. And then I took it to the technicians, and they gave it new internals, which are faster, better, stronger. And we're going to see if
Hi, Anthony. Good to see you.
I'm going to see if I can actually get that device working again, because I've got the box. It's not doing anything, and if that works, I could really have multiple camera video. People do it all the time.
Okay, so for our next drink. You can probably guess at the ingredients. I'm calling this one Crown Plaza Tequila Rummenstein because it's got tequila and rum.
Rummenstein.
So I'm going to use up the rest of the rum, which is over there. You got it.
Oh, I have the rum, yes.
Actually, I think you have the...
I also have. Why don't you start with the rum and start with the tequila?
The tequila's out of my reach now.
I can't reach it either.
All right, so I'm making 2. So 2 ounces of dark Jamaican rum. And I don't need to measure it because I measured it earlier.
That was 2 ounces.
That was 2 ounces. And let's do 2 ounces of tequila because I'm doing 2.
Mm-hmm. I don't have the tequila.
It's over here.
Do you want me to get up and go get the tequila?
Or hold this.
I can hold this.
Something's got to give.
Somebody's got to give.
Somebody's got to give. All right. I can almost reach it.
It's almost there.
All right. I got it. 2 ounces of tequila.
We have 2 votes for Rummenstein, by the way.
Rummenstein. Crown Plaza.
I like the Rummenstein reminds me of
2 ounces rum.
DJ Frankenfurter. No, DJ Schwankenstein, who has appeared from time to time at a certain Northeast event.
And then I need an ounce of lemon, which I don't think we have.
Check that lemon. You might be close.
I might be close. But...
Careful.
Wait,
Don't have a tipper on it.
No, I'm not ready for it yet.
Oh, well, I was handing it to you.
I know, but I wasn't ready for it. This is almost. This is like half an ounce.
Yeah, that should be fine.
It's not going to be as good.
I got to tell you. Speaking of harsh mistresses.
All right. So, an ounce for 2 of Grand Marnier. So this would be a half ounce ordinarily of Grand Marnier. And then, please, take this, please.
Also.
Thank you. We have another from the Bittered Sling travel series, Palermo.
Oh, the Palermo.
Bitters. So I'm going to do 2 droppers since I'm making 2 drinks. But ordinarily you'd do 1. Naturally.
We have a few comments here about the nature of the drink, including that Devin would be the bride of Rummenstein. Of course.
Well, I would too.
You know, every Rummenstein needs a bride, doesn't?
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, there it is.
What happened to my thing?
And from John, actually, that's Rummenstein. You didn't umlaut over the U, so that's Rumenstein. You know.
Frankenstein.
Or Momenchance. That's another good one. Palabulus, anybody? But yeah, I remember Momenchance. They were Swiss, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
I could be wrong.
All right, bring it over.
All right.
Wait, that's the one that had the lemon.
Oh, true.
Bring yours over.
Where's mine over? Oh,
right there.
mine over's here over.
Hold on. Bring it over.
Draining the dregs. I don't want to pollute the drinks. Jeez. I remember Movement Shots a lot on shows like
Donnie and Marie.
Donnie and Marie.
Oh no, I remember Pilobolus. That's what I remember.
Pilobolus.
Yeah.
I remember Movement Shots on a lot of shows, but who were the two mimes who did the damn show?
Shields and Yarnell.
Jeez, they had this whole summer replacement show. It doesn't weather well. It really doesn't. It was a thing.
It doesn't weather.
It was good
well.
for them at the time. As far as
it was good for them, but it wasn't good for you.
As far as shows at the time that I watched, which actually were not that well conceived.
We're a little trippy here, so
I would say that
I'll take the rest.
Captain and Tennille show gets better as it goes along because they decide that they're tired of the stupid sketches and they're just like, give me music. So suddenly they're this show which is doing a lot of contemporary music, and that's about all they do.
What happened to the topper?
And they got a lot better. The
topper. It's right here.
Oh, there we go. I have no idea.
Never mind.
Where you left it?
Cheers.
You saw live Movement Shots on the Muppets. Oh, well, that's something fun. Oh, that's good with those bitters. Yep. So I get a report that the Rumenstein is quite nice. This is a good way to go.
I'm enjoying it.
That's a good way to go. We've seen similar types of combinations of rum and tequila, and you know what? They work well. But it's not too surprising because rum and brandy work well. And tequila, to my mind, is like, who came up with tequila? The Spanish. What were they adept at? Making brandy. What do we got? Agave. You start distilling it, you're making brandy. It's an everything. That's what they're doing. So, oh, yeah. Well, there's always hair pieces after all. And I see that, when you see some of these gals who do a lot of the runway work, it's like you see massive hair. It's like, no, that is not necessarily natural. Well, it might be natural hair. I'm just saying. So bear in mind that
Bride of Frankenstein hair, yeah.
Larger and thicker hair or something completely crazy. I'm kind of imagining that, her hair originally was not her hair. It was the 30s. They made it up.
You guys can go vintage and broadcast using amateur TV like amateur radio, but then you need a license for that. Oh my God, yeah. Well, we've known people who've had public access shows.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
And there's always the concept.
Yeah, with Victor. We were just doing that routine today, Eric.
Roger. Oh, Robert. There's always the concept of using vintage equipment. You find like a 60s Norelco camera and broadcast that kind of thing. Now that's fun because you get that actual color and texture that you would out of that era of kinescope. Well, that's kind of fun. Now the equipment has to work, and since it's all 55 years old, you're going to need to service everything. So that's a completely different project.
Errol had a Franken car.
Oh, Franken car. Well.
Oh. It always cracks me up when I see those. They replace parts with different colors and stuff. I love that.
Whatever you got. And apparently didn't apparently get to Earl Scheib afterwards for $59.95. So if you get that reference, you're from Southern California.
Was it Earl Scheib only in Southern California?
Never heard of Scheib.
Oh, Peter thinks there should be a Muppet cocktail. I'm sure there must be.
Oh.
I'm sure there must be. Oh, everyone loves Muppet shows.
Watch them regularly on shows as a kid. They were fascinating because they were weird.
Oh, yeah.
They were just far out, and they would just do these whack job, voiceless things. It was just all this massive mime with these basically like life-size puppets because it was just people inside socks and whatever the hell they had. It was all about movement. It was all just about
TV at its
human
best.
movements, and they were fascinating. Well,
I just love the variety shows from the 60s and 70s because they just had everything.
Whatever you could do.
Yeah, you could just have some TV star hosting and ballet and some pop singer and a comedian. Like, it was all over the
Ladies and gentlemen, Victimone. You know, it was Victimone followed by the acrobats from Russia, followed by the guy spinning plates. It was always a guy spinning plates.
Dan says mime over matter. Eric says, my favorite skit, there was one of two big eyeballs and the giant lips. That's one of those that would have just been seared in my brain if I'd seen that when I was a kid. It's
simultaneously Dolly and The Residents on television for kids.
Oh, Fraggle Rock.
That is really kind of freaking out the mind.
Oh, Not Easy Being Green. Midori, maybe. Exactly.
Now you're talking.
Have we done a Not Easy Being Green train?
I'm not entirely sure we have. We have to look into the archives.
We need to remedy that if we haven't.
I would be glad to say I would just dial it up in the archive here, which contains every drink we've ever done, except that
it doesn't.
That doesn't exist. So if any of our super fans out there are like, oh, I've actually figured all that out, I'd be glad to know, because otherwise I got to do it myself.
Oh my gosh! Oh, Miss Piggy cocktail.
Miss Piggy.
I just saw a picture on Instagram, like probably a half hour before we went live. That was Miss Piggy done up as Ziggy Stardust, and it was Piggy Stardust.
Piggy Stardust. Should grab that and post it. It's hilarious.
But I don't know if I'm authorized.
Oh, well, yeah.
It might be a non-fungible token.
Well, NFTs.
I don't know. Might be an NFT.
NFTs are, in fact, not fungible. So I'll bear that in mind. But here's the thing.
John, I see a Muppet theme in our future, too.
All I can say to that is mana. Mana.
Do, 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 do.
Mana, mana.
Do, 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 do.
Mana, mana.
Do, 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 do.
Which brings us back to a theme that we heard just half an hour ago about being in a hotel room, and the next door they're making, pornography. The actual theme I was singing, where's that from? Anybody? It's not from the Muppets originally. Tell me where it's from for extra points. The actual original use of Mana Mana. You name the movie, it was from a motion picture, and you get, I'll send you a bonus cocktail. Guaranteed.
Was it considered politically incorrect for Miss Piggy doing Adele? I don't know.
Did she?
I don't know. Did she? Yeah.
That's, it's sort of a tribute to a very prominent and great pop artist, which the Muppet Show did regularly back when the Muppet Show was on the air. And the Muppet Show, of course, featured pop stars always. I mean, I think some people's favorite was possibly Harry Belafonte, who did great things with the Muppets. Well, all sorts of people appeared in the Muppets, and it was just fantastic. And then, of course, there was all that Muppet music composed by Paul Williams.
Well, I think maybe because it was Miss Piggy. But Adele lost a bunch of weight. But
we get into these sort of weight shaming things, which are just not.
But Miss Piggy was never like. I mean, she just is who she is. So I don't know.
Kind of a force of swine nature. So that's the thing. It doesn't have anything to do with
Sweet in heaven and hell.
Oh, thank you. You get the cocktail, sir.
That was getting
cocktail
ma'am.
Cocktail
ma'am.
Cocktail ma'am. Actually, it's a ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. Harry Belafonte drumming with Animal.
Well, this is the thing. They could do that.
Hi, Danielle. Good to see you.
They could do that. Animal, I think, was largely modeled on Keith Moon.
Oh, Sweet in Heaven and Hell.
Dr. Teeth, I think, was Dr. Teeth and the Mayhem was, I think, largely modeled
Waldorf
Dr.
and
Hook.
Statler.
Yeah. Oh, those
Alice
guys
Cooper
are awesome.
was on the Muppet Show.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, yeah. But definitely.
Statler and Waldorf were my favorites, I think.
You always have
I think the older I get, the more Statler and Waldorf are my favorites.
Well, you always have to have the peanut gallery, and those guys are like, we're like 78 years old. We don't give a bleep.
But I just think kind of we're turning into Statler and Waldorf.
Well,
we just comment on everything.
We do. Without malice.
Devin.
Without malice. It's all in fun.
Yes, we're not mean.
But when it's junk, it's junk. There's no two ways about it.
But without malice.
Without malice.
It's junk. But without malice.
How was it? It was crap.
But without malice.
That's the kicker.
Oh, Elton John. Yeah, everyone was on the Muppet Show, right?
Elton John is such a natural for this wild puppetry show, like all these colors, just crazy characters. Hello, you just fit in there. Elton, of course.
Gettysburg Mammothing. I find myself saying phenomena every once in a while. Well, whenever one of us says something that even remotely sounds like that, we end up singing it for like 5 minutes. Like, oh, the phenomena. Do, 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 do. Yeah.
And away you go. If you watch that biopic of Elton John from a few years ago, of course, it reveals that he cut his teeth with a group called Blues Incorporated, which used to back up all the touring soul guys and gals who in England in that period of time. And who was in that group? Like Elton Dean. Well, Long John Baldry, I think, was in that group. It's just like real serious musicians were in there. So he really just, that was the woodshed. And ultimately, I think, Sir Elton would probably be a fantastic R&B guy if you just put together a pickup band.
Oh, Rolf. Rolf is awesome, Peter.
I mean, he's got this massive catalog of hits. He doesn't need to do that. It'd be great to see him just like shred with a bunch of R&B guys and just just back up Adele. There you go. That's the concept. Go. I want to see that happen, And he's got this sensibility. He's done it all. He doesn't care. He's good, That'd be awesome because I think at the end of the day, he's just a great player,
Phenomena should be a drink. I agree.
Damn it. It should be.
He says, according to my mother, she had a friend, Frank Sheets, an animal reminded her of that. I love that.
Again, I think that...
I still love animals.
The fact is that this was a very hip crowd. Jim Henson cut his teeth in the 50s, but he lived through that whole period with his crew of misfits. And he was aware of everything that was happening at the time. And I think he was thinking rock and roll, a lot of things. I mean, he actually has a character in the group named Janice. Well, hello.
Yeah.
But like Dr. Teeth, like definitely has a Dr. Hook vibe going on.
Yeah.
And then you've got this drummer who needs to be chained to the drum set. And you're thinking Keith Moon right off the bat. Somebody just that animalistic. But also Ginger Baker. Somebody that, like, just massive on a really huge drum kit. So, yeah, kind of interesting. I'm kind of thinking like that. They're dealing with the rock and roll thing without getting heavy metal about it.
Jim Henson was a genius.
He had a genius, and he worked it. He made it happen. He started doing commercials in the 50s. You see a lot of this. You can catch a lot of stuff up on YouTube. And then I think the Muppets appeared on a lot of shows. And eventually somebody just thought, why are these folks just not on something larger? And then eventually you get Children's Television Network. And then it's like, bang, they get a place. And then eventually the Muppets show itself. Well, that was obvious.
Wait, David says, I have a drink called Banana Na.
Banana?
Can you share the recipe?
If you'd like to drop it here, I think our correspondents would be interested.
I think we have some people who would be very interested in that recipe.
Well, starting with me.
John says Elton recorded a bunch of covers before his first LP. I think included Signed, Sealed, Delivered. Wow, okay.
Well, hello.
Oh, yeah, Amy says, I thought Animal was Buddy Rich.
Well, if you want to talk about could he be the great drummers of yore, then we start talking about Gene Krupa. We start talking about Cozy Cole, like these just really powerhouse guys. I think that the reason that I'm thinking Keith Moon is that Animal is Animal. It's like he seems completely uncontrollable. And that's the kicker. And in terms of like finesse and style, I would absolutely point to Buddy Rich. Saw Buddy Rich live in 1982 myself. He was fantastic. It was just unbelievable, like what this band was doing. He was really incredible drummer. But in terms of like just getting out there and just hammering away, wow. Yeah, I'm thinking Keith Moon myself.
Oh, Gettysburg Ma'am says, I watched a documentary about Jim Henson and they talked about how the Muppets were cared for. They were practically under lock and key. Yeah, I was, long story how this came to be, but I was invited to watch the taping of an episode of the TV show The Chew. And it was like the guests that day were the Muppets. Mm-hmm. So it was really interesting to watch them working with the Muppets because of course you never see the people who are doing the Muppets, but yeah, it was really cool.
Oh yeah. It's just like intensely complicated setup that goes on.
Yeah.
And that's the magic. They make it work. You can see some background on the Muppet movies, how they made that work. It's really intricate.
What?
But
I don't know what square pusher is. Do you?
I have no idea.
I wonder what animal would think of square pusher. What's that?
Not a clue. Not a single clue. If you would illuminate us, we would.
I don't know what square
We'd be
pusher
available
is.
for such things. I am still operating in this world where you've got 4 people or 5 people and they form a band. They each play an instrument. They record possibly on magnetic tape, but that's not a given. You don't have to do that. After all, I believe Dan was joining us earlier, and he records on semiconductors, and it works just great. And he has managed to release that on a piece of black plastic that you play with a nail. So that works too. You know?
Errol says, I was in Brazil with a Scot. He complained he was going to get a translator. Was thinking at the moment, I could use one now. He was difficult to understand. We just watched Belfast last night.
Yep.
And there were a couple of moments I sort of wished I had the captioning on.
Wished you had the subtitles so you could perhaps understand what they're saying. Well,
I know. Well, you understand it better than I do. But...
no, I don't.
Oh,
but
no,
I did okay. I did okay. I thought that it
Video
was well
it
done.
seems like it's back.
Excellent.
Oh, and Chaz,
Not dead
hi.
yet.
I saw you there earlier, and then we lost our video. So, hi.
We totally died.
I didn't get to say hi to you.
Totally died out there. It's a difficult thing, this internet.
Louis Belson.
Louis Belson. Oh.
Okay.
Excellent. There we go. We got some Elton John video.
All right. Okay.
Yep. Video back.
Gotta watch that.
Video on it. Oh, video back.
Ugh.
Yep. I remember seeing something that was on, I think, the Tonight Show, late 70s, Buddy Rich and some other dude. And they both had really long, sideburns. And they were doing a drum duel.
Oh, no,
that was
Eric.
pretty awesome.
Eric, you share such interesting things. We actually talk about it when we're not live.
Well, yes.
That's the things that you shared.
Yeah.
So, no, don't be sorry. I never heard of it.
No, just drop it.
I love that you
Just
share
drop
these
it.
things. Yeah.
If I don't know about it, I don't care. You're illuminated me. Cool. Good. The whole audience may or may not know about this.
Of drum and bass techno music. I learned something. I love that.
Yep. There's always something. You know what? It's like Rosanna Denise used to say.
John is saying too.
It's always something.
Amy's saying I needed captions when I was in Galway.
You don't say?
I'm watching Belfast. Yeah, I'm like, I got the gist.
It's not just, they're all speaking the same language there, but it's not just the way that the vowels bend, like I say. It's the fact that there's a lot of dialogue and dialect that will throw you. And at the end of the day, as long as you can order a proper pint of bitter wherever you are, you've got square one. But you might not have square two.
Gettysburg, ma'am, I don't think you're wrong. The Wi-Fi in New Jersey is running scared in anticipation of the blizzard heading in its direction.
Ah!
I think we picked a good time to...
No.
GTFO?
I'll spend a few days further south than us, but I got to tell you, it's not like it's going to be Hotlanta or anything. It will be Coolanda at best. Cool runnings, you know.
Hi, Doug.
Hey.
You're watching a BBC and ITC, and you need the translator to find out what the damn millennials are saying in Hartford. What was it? Oh, we were watching Ted Lasso. I was like, what were we watching? I was like, neither of us. We went back and we watched a line a few times, and I'm like, no, we got nothing. So we finally went back just for that one line and turned on the closed captioning.
And grabbed it. I think it was just the mix. It was really buried low under a bunch of noise, and they're expecting that you're going to grab everything with the accents. Accents in Lasso are actually fairly coherent. They're not going way out.
No, I mean,
so they're not bad at all. You'd have to
Robin
be
Williams Scottish
unfamiliar.
bit, yeah.
But you get up country in England, and it really starts to bend, and and then into Scotland and whatnot, and you've got to pay a little bit of attention to what's happening with the language.
Ken says, don't you think Statler and Waldorf ought to be an NYC cocktail that begins with a zing and ends with a bite? I love it.
Seriously. Well, I got to imagine if you go to the Statler and then you go to the Waldorf. The old Waldorf actually has a fine cocktail menu. And let's see what we can make out of that. Sounds like it needs rye in New York, and it sounds like it needs brandy.
Square Pusher is a fan of Buddy Rich. Okay.
Oh, well, absolutely.
Be careful with that axe, Eugene.
Who isn't a fan of Buddy Rich? I mean, and you know what? There was another thing. Gene Krupa, who actually made a name for himself in the Benny Goodman Band, of course. He's a very famous drum solo at Carnegie Hall. Let It Go Solo. He's got his own band.
I love Catherine Tate, Doug.
He puts the drum kit forward, so it's a real drum forward band. And then eventually ends up doing drum clinics with Cozy Cole in the 60s.
I love Catherine Tate. I had to get in another vote for Catherine Tate.
Oh, please.
Hilarious.
Please, seriously. So that's the thing. He ends up doing that with another powerhouse guy who was just on everything. You can find great examples of both these guys by now up on the various online sources. But Buddy and Cozy, I mean, wow, there's a lot of power going on there. And there's a lot of like jazz guys you would think of before these guys, like maybe Max Roach. But Buddy, both these guys, Buddy and Cozy, wow. Yeah, big fan. Big fan. There's a great Cozy Cole album because he had a huge hit in 1958 with a version of Topsy. That just went nuts.
Dan says, I suspect Buddy Rich's bandmates were not fans of Buddy Rich.
Probably not.
No.
A big speed freak, among other things. But a lot of these guys were. A lot of these guys were. Gene Krupa was. Not too great on the human body after a while, but they were going for like a lot of gigs.
Oh my gosh, John said exactly the same thing on Facebook. His band wasn't particularly a fan of Buddy Rich. Dan and John, you are just like
in sync, my friends.
Simpatico.
And you have both seen each other recently, as a matter of fact. So you know what it is. You know, this is the thing, because he was the name, and his band was always hired.
Forgive me, I had high hopes. I'm just learning to fly.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Poor Buddy. Gettysburg Man says.
I just recently found the ticket that I had for the show that I saw and realized when exactly it was, and it was sometime in 1982. I think it was the fall. I have to check the date again, but I think it would have been, that would have been around that time. And it was a dual gig with him and Maynard Ferguson. So this was, I forget exactly where it was. I have to check the venue again. And they were both actually very good. They did exactly what you would expect. And it was really fun to see them. You know, I was not familiar with either of them. I was in the band. The guys were like, we're going to see these guys. Oh, so I said, yeah, sure. At the time, I considered it part of my education. I didn't have access to a lot of that kind of entertainment.
Oh, yeah. I actually know who Cozy Cole is.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have a record.
We have the actual Topsy record, the big hit record, and he does all of these standards on it in the same vein. And frankly, a lot of other things on that record are better than the big hit. They're like much more powerful songs. He scored like kind of a hit and a half off that. He got like a good follow-up with a song called Bad, which is just great.
Errol says, heard a comedian talking about singers with British accents. I've thought of this, actually. This is why I'm reading this. Heard a comedian talking about singers with British accents that sound American when singing. Said he wanted to talk Bronx to them when they sing in a British accent. I always think that too. Yeah, like, why do you sound so
What's up with this? What you
American?
What you
Yeah,
talking
and
about,
they sound
guys?
totally British. When
What's
they
going on? There are
have you heard
English,
this band
English
singing the theme music to Rawhide in a Scottish accent? No.
Rulin'.
Now I need to. I wonder if there's ever a British person named Jethro. No.
Jethro Tull.
Oh, really?
Well, there was an actual Jethro Tull who was English. And the band itself was entirely
I was going to say, I feel like Jethro is
English.
Full-on Kentucky.
It sounds very hick. But hick, of course, comes from the British Isles, so you got to actually bear that in mind. But yeah, Jethro Tull, of course, were English.
I love this whole conversation happening here. Like, everyone's talking amongst themselves. It does my heart good.
Just as a complete aside, I actually really enjoyed the first two Jethro Tull albums a lot. I think those are brilliant. After that, other things happen. I don't think they're bad. No. There's no my speed, generally speaking.
Other things happen.
I think well, third and fourth albums actually are.
What things happened?
They get very folky, and it's not necessarily what I do. I think that they're very high quality records, and I managed to see them years later, circa 1988, I think, live, and they were great. They were fantastic. So I got to say, hey, if I didn't dig everything, they were kicking it.
Did they have an album that was kind of spacey?
They had a lot of records that were a little far out, and no, I don't know about spacey. You gotta think about that.
Because I remember waking up in the middle of the night and, like, I don't know, it must have been a dorm type situation where I was just hearing this music that was like really far out and spacey, and someone was like, "Oh, it's Jethro Tull," and I was like, "Oh," I had no idea, but
well, we've got to look into that. Anything's possible. I mean, I would more likely suspect fairly second tier Pink Floyd for that. Actually, quite a bit of Pink Floyd sounds like that. But for Jethro Tull, well, their first couple of records are pretty hard rock, and their second record is like really hard rock. And later on, they get like very heavy folk rock. A lot of like English folk going on.
Oh, Jethro Collins of the BBC. Okay, all right.
There we go.
Apparently, they're still touring. Gettysburg Ma'am says. Okay.
Tull? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't doubt that at all. It's a massive, massive name. I really like their second album a lot. I think that really hits it hard. There's some really good songwriting.
Oh, Celtic bands doing rock with bagpipes. Yes, I love that.
We might know something that resembles that.
Yeah,
might be a little familiar there.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of that sort of thing. Bagpipes are one of those instruments that are
Laura.
hard to get around.
Look at the dorm situation. That was a long time ago.
It was a time.
It's a long time ago.
Galaxy near to our hearts.
Galaxy we all still live in.
Perhaps we're still there.
Unfortunately.
Anyway. But pipes are great. Pipes are very irascible.
Oh.
They are hard to control, and there are some really good applications of bagpipes. So.
Oh, Julie says, my brother is a very big Ian Anderson fan, and I went with him to a performance where we got to meet him briefly afterwards. He was so funny to see my very cool brother turn into a super fan. I love that.
Well, I think Ian's been doing this now for something like 60 years. And I think that and he's actually gotten into all sorts of side hustles. Like, I think he's been farming salmon, that kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's doing okay. And I think he's actually very cool with it. So I would suspect that if you met him,
I need your phone.
He would be very, very low key.
I think we've got correspondence ringing in.
Whoop.
But my phone's powering the broadcast.
Says,
so
Christy says Celtica and the Chili Peppers. Oh, Red Hot Chili Pipers.
Red Hot Chili Pipers.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh, the Chili Pipers.
Okay, we got people ringing in on Facebook, YouTube, text. All right.
We're all over the place. We are on both platforms.
Oh my gosh. Gettysburg Ma'am says, I'll be seeing Journey and Toto in May in DC. That sounds like fun.
Talk about your classic rock right there.
Jethro Collins. I love it, Eric. I think that's hilarious.
By the way, I just want to note to anybody who's not aware, you should be. At all times, we're broadcasting live on both Facebook and YouTube. So if you're like, who's commenting? Where is that? It's on the other platform.
Yep.
You're welcome to tune into both platforms simultaneously. That's fine. We are. And if you are watching on a smart TV, you can't comment. I'm sorry. That's what your smart TV says you should do, not comment. But you could always get on your phone on one of these other platforms, and you can drop in, and it'd be perfectly fine. Because we can also, by the way, see you. On a smart TV, I can't see you, so I don't know you're there. But I'm glad you're watching. But if you want to be on Facebook or YouTube, and if you want to be on them both simultaneously, you can join in both conversations. Hey, go to town. You can do that. I would be on more platforms if I could. What do you need?
I got nothing.
What do you need?
I guess we just have beer left.
You need me to run down and get a Mai Tai?
I dare you to run down and try to order a Mai Tai.
You know I love a dare.
The bar's probably closed.
What's the actual time right now?
It's 9:20.
Probably closing. I could try it. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure of the worth right now, but I could get you a beer. That's what I'm saying. It's like if it was.
No, I don't even want the Mai Tai. I wonder what would happen if you ordered a Mai Tai.
I've done it in bars like this, and the results are interesting. And there's a period attached to that sentence. So.
The results are interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. You can get kind of close.
Oh, John says, I triple dog dare you. Oh, Gettysburg Mab's on Facebook, too. Hello.
All right.
You've been triple dog dared.
Flick committed a certain amount of insouciance by going past the double dog dare directly to the triple dog dare.
Slight breach of protocol.
A slight breach of protocol requires me to actually leave this broadcast and go find a Mai Tai.
You don't have to.
I've been triple dog dared.
We won't think badly of you.
John will.
I'm like rolling my eyes at the camera. We don't think badly of you.
He triple dog dared. Let's see what we can do.
I'm horrified and simultaneously fascinated. Take your phone so that if there's anything entertaining, you can record it.
I'll be back.
All right. And in the meantime, I keep. Oh yeah. People are daring you. Do they do room service? I think
No.
Theoretically.
No, they do not do room service on drinks. But I can bring it back.
Not on drinks.
I can take it to go, folks. So I'm equipped. We'll check this out.
Okay. All right.
Remember, folks.
I just want to say,
if the results are terrible, you asked for it.
I fear they might be closed.
I'll try.
Which would just be a big wah, but anyway.
What a shame.
I don't even think we need the Mai Tai. I'm just so fascinated as to what they would do.
I'm interested.
Take a mask.
Take a key.
They won't serve you.
Yeah, take money so they'll actually.
Take your wallet.
They'll serve you. Mm-hmm.
Take a tip.
I don't have any tip. I have a card.
I've got cash.
All right,
anyway,
folks.
Whatever.
Wish me luck.
Oh, I just want to say good. Oh wait, before you go.
Yeah.
Well, the light is strobing. I don't think it's a problem. All right, fine. Just let it strobe. Whatever.
Let it strobe. Would you like a beer while I'm on?
Sure.
Sure.
I'm glad our flight is not until 9:55. I'm just saying that. Don't throw the beer at me. Thank you.
I wasn't going to throw that beer at you.
Jeez Louise. Anyway.
All right, be back.
I feel like if we had really coordinated this ahead of time, we would be heading down to the bar with him, but that's not going to happen. That's not happening. Mark time, give him 20 minutes. Yes, Philip. If he's not back in 20 minutes, we'll go looking for him. I'll take the camera. A Mai Tai at the Connie at JFK. Yes, we haven't been there. We gotta. Are you scared? Amy, I've seen Paul get lost in situations. He's not here right now, so we can talk about it, but yeah, there have been times when he's called me and been like, and I don't know where he is. He wasn't driving. He was not driving, so please don't think he was driving, but I have no idea where he is and don't know how to find him. So, but he made it back, so okay. Strobe light, now it's a party. I know. Uh-oh. Boots and pants, boots and pants. We have to go to the TWA terminal sometime. We were going to do that, and then COVID. Like, we were setting that up, and then COVID. Don't look into the strobing light. I'll try not to. You can see it. I'm going to have him turn it off when he comes back, because it's ridiculous. You won't be able to see us as well, but we also won't have a strobe light in our faces. They're here. It does kind of look like that, Eric. It does sort of look like... I did say geez Louise. I say geez Louise all the time. Jersey to Atlanta, isn't that? It's 2 hours and 47 minutes to be precise. Thelma and Louise. We were just talking about Thelma and Louise recently. That would be a good theme night. I don't think Paul's ever seen it. I was kind of trying to explain it to him, but I haven't seen it since the 90s, so I think that's going to be one to watch. It is strobing. Last time I saw a strobe like that at a hotel was a fire alarm. It does kind of look like that. Amy, we should get a group together. I love the comments. It's the point in Law and Order where Jerry Orbach makes a New Jersey comment. I love Law and Order so much. Well, he's sadly no longer with us, but I love Olivia Benson, you know. Boots and pants in the British sense or in the Columbus, Ohio version. Oh, your comments are killing me. I know, I keep saying we gotta do a watch party, and then getting it together is so, my God, that light is bothering me so much right now. Getting a watch party together for me right now is so, okay, it turned itself off, yay. It's so daunting for me right now, but I can do this. I can figure this out. I've got this. So when we get back, we will figure out a Thelma and Louise watch party. Thankfully, it turned itself off. That was nuts. Okay. Hold on. You guys. It's a rave. It was sort of rave-like. I mean, I haven't been to that many raves, to be honest, but that's how I imagine it would be. It's the rhythm of dance music. I hear something out in the hall. I think he's back. That would be way too soon, right? That means the bar was closed. Oh. No, I don't think it's him. I hope we don't have to go in search of. That'd be so humiliating for him, right? Oh! My tie looking good. He just commented. My tie looking good so far. Uh-oh. Oh, Satellite's asking what kind of beer we have. It's a Hop Commander IPA from Captain Lawrence. Yeah, it's good. I love it. B-52 song in your head. Oh. Red Room. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Wait, I think I missed something. Hold on. Oh, watch party. I really do want to do a watch party. I've been threatening since Halloween to do a watch party, and then I try to do it, and it's just, it feels like so overwhelming. But I always tell myself this in any situation that I feel daunted by: millions of stupid people do this every day. So I'll just tell myself that about a watch party. Millions of stupid people do this every day. So I'll be able to do it. Yes, Paula is reporting live from the bar. So let's hope he takes pictures. Doug says, is the stay, park, and fly a continuous room crawl? Quad may not be back soon. I think we're the only people in this hotel. If we're not the only people, we're among the very few. This hotel is very, very empty. And it's huge. So I suspect that he might be the only customer in the bar. I hope he's taking pictures. Oh, watch party of the Flintstones, Peter. That's a great idea. I love that. Oh, Jerry Orbach singing Try to Remember. I do. Yeah, he should take pictures. Hopefully, Paul, are you watching? Take pictures. Can Paul bring back some peanuts and chips? We do have some trail mix. You might be able to break that out soon. And now let's go to Paul's live, the Crown Plaza bar with an update. Paul, what's it look like down there? Gettysburg Ma'am, I love it. Unless the twins infiltrated it. You never know. It is Newark. He better be taking pictures. Yeah, TV party tonight. We did a TV party video one time. That was fun. Gotta do another one. Or we should just record TV party. We've rehearsed it. It might be time to record that one. I got a beautiful microphone for Christmas and Paul's all offended that I haven't used it yet. I've been a little busy, but it is time to use it. All right, I would text him and see what's up, but my phone is powering this broadcast, so I can't do that. There must be some lounge ladies down there. I hope so, and I hope he gets pictures. Oh, we watched Repo Man recently too, Amy. I love Repo Man. We got nothing better to do. Exactly. We got nothing better to do. Watch TV and have a couple of brews. Don't talk about anything else. We don't want to know. We're dedicated to our favorite shows. He was, yeah, in the original Broadway cast of Carnival. Jerry Orbach did do a lot of musicals. So, no TV party tonight. I can't scroll up on YouTube for some reason. I'm trying to read all of your uphill comments. Wait. Oh, Wonder Woman. Okay, Eric, I had to scroll back. I finally, okay, Wonder Woman. Yes, yes, yes. I love a Wonder Woman theme. I loved both of the movies. I mean, I loved Linda Carter and the TV series, but I loved both of the movies too. And I've heard that, like, the real serious fans didn't like the second Wonder Woman movie. And I'm like, I liked it. Whatever. I love a good airport lounge. If only Wayne Newton was there. Oh, he's back. He's back.
Oh, he's back.
Oh my God. He's got a drink and a straw. What? Should I be scared?
I don't think so.
What'd they do?
I tasted it. They did what I told them to do.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, they just made it according to Paul's instructions. All right. All right. Here's what they came up with at the Crown Plaza. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
That's not half bad.
Pretty damn good.
I detect some vanilla.
Well, that might just be the nature of the rum. It was not flavored rum.
All right, and on second
viewing.
Just Kelly Camille singing Black Flag on a Wednesday night in Jersey. Nothing to see. Move along.
Moving along here. Moving along here. Boom, boom, boom.
I feel like I'm not going to be appreciated in my lifetime, Philip. He only got one, but you know what? That's fine because we got to wake up in the morning.
Got to get going. And head down to the place that makes a really killer Mai Tai.
My first thought was vanilla, but my second and third thoughts are not vanilla.
Well, I think there might just be some flavor notes because there was some aged rum in there. It's the best he had. And it works well. And he did actually, which might be detecting.
That's not half bad.
You know what? He was saying, I don't have the orange stuff. I'm like, you got Marnier. Bang. So there we go.
Did you get a chance to check out the wine list?
I didn't.
You still got your mask on.
I didn't. Oh, sorry. Right. I'm having some trouble here. Fling. There we go.
The Crumple House a house drink. Oh, his mask had Spam.
It should be.
Oh, you gotta grab your mask
so you
can show it.
It should be their house drink. They'd sell a million of these.
I know.
This is good.
That's not bad. It's
Yep.
definitely not the best Mai Tai I've ever had, but it's also not the worst Mai Tai
Far
I've
from the
ever
worst.
had.
Far from the worst. If you're in a place which doesn't have exactly what you're looking for, which you can sub appropriately,
Definitely not the worst.
you can do fine. Yeah, the mask actually comes to us. Who made these?
Let me see the inside. Is that Margot?
Might be Margot. We're about to see her.
Rocket Betty.
Rocket Betty?
Yeah.
Ladies. And yes, she found this fantastic fabric that has all these bands playing.
Kim
and
has
people
that fabric
rocking out.
too.
And they're all playing Spam cans. It's amazing. That's hilarious. So yeah, I recommend that. If you still have some of that fabric, she can make you one too. We're still wearing masks. That's just life. Could you actually dupe me some bitters here? That would not hurt anything whatsoever. Yep. He probably had bitters.
I'm going to give you the Gastown bitters.
He had already worked hard enough. I wasn't really going to.
So what did he do? We're all curious.
I actually asked him what's in the Mai Tai, and he was close, and I said, look, do this. Give me 2 ounces of that Bacardi. He had some, Bacardi, I think, 5-year.
Okay.
So it was actually, that's a pretty nice rum.
Yeah, to stir it, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you really got to stir that up a bit. And then it's just I don't have the orange liqueur. I said, how about that Grand Marnier over there? So this has Marnier. Well, you're in good places there.
Wow.
Do you have lime juice?
How much did that set you back?
Not that much.
Okay.
Honestly, not that much. And then the lime juice. Yeah, I got lime juice. And I said, throw some lime shell in there. You got that for garnish. Boom. And then now you're stumped with orgeat. That's where you're going to slam shut. Well, guess what? He's got amaretto.
I was going to say, did he do amaretto?
Bang. And if that's what you have to sub with, you are so far from being terrible. And that's the thing. It's not exactly what Vicks would do.
But he didn't expect to see you again.
But he didn't expect to see me again. A different shirt from the last time I rolled down.
Oh, that was my twin brother who came down here before.
They were pretty dead, but they're open until 10:30. So
I was going to ask you.
If we go that long, then,
I was going to ask you if there was anyone down there.
Yeah. The actual crowd has dissipated.
Was there a crowd to dissipate?
There were a few people down there before, mostly having food, But there was a great quote from him at the time because he had an assistant who was working the bar area, and she was talking about the crowd. And she said, "Oh, it's kind of dead." And he's like, "Yeah, until 15 minutes before closing, and then they all come in."
Oh, Gettysburg Ma'am says, I need to dig out my Spam cookbook and make some of these recipes. Oh, yeah. We have a couple of Spam cookbooks.
There's a great one that was published around 1995 originally, I think. And there's a fun thing in there called Spam Confetti Pasta, which is just this big bowl of thin noodles and Spam and cream and all this kind of stuff. It's just a big mess of food, which is kind of great.
John says, the speed he does things, he had time to check out the wine list plus finish an appetizer.
Boom. Oh, what's that?
He didn't bring me any, but anyway.
Oh, he was done.
The dueling lounge singers room.
I'm
in. I'm in for that, Doug.
Well,
Scroties, dueling lounge singers. I'm available.
The Scrotus bar actually demands variety year after year because it can't just be V up there.
Amy says, did the bartender break out of the sweat?
Well,
he
noted initially that he didn't have everything to make this drink. He knew what was supposed to be in it for the most part. He was close. And I said, oh, don't worry about it. I said, here, you get everything. Boom, 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 boom. And I told him, he's like, wow. He said, you used to work at a bar? I said, oh, no, we're running a show live right now.
I used to work at a bar?
Yeah. I said, we're running a show live right now up on the internet. Oh, really? Yeah. So I whipped him out a card. He's like, oh, wow, can I keep this? I'm like, of course you can keep it. Give me a card. So,
hi,
hilarious.
Bartender at Crown Plaza.
You learned something fun.
You made a legit Mai Tai. So thank you.
This is really good. I got to tell you, many times.
Ken says, last week in January on Wednesday at 9:30 in Newark Hotel, the barkeep has no chance to with Paul's erudition cocktails.
I tell you, when I go down there and say, "Can you make an El Maguzalem?" He's going to say, "Get the hell out of my bar," and he'd be right too. You can't be ridiculous. There's always some jackass who's like, "Can you make this weirdo thing that my uncle had that one time?"
Oh, you'll like this. Gettysburg Ma'am says, I have a love relationship with Spam. My father watched me a lot in the evenings when my mother worked, and Spam was about the only thing he knew how to make. Oh, love that.
Oh, fantastic. So apparently he did not have too much of that.
Buffalo Spam salad sounds amazing, Peter.
At the end of the day, here's the thing about Spam. Here's the two things about Spam you need to know.
Tinseltini will be the new Newark house.
I hope not. Because
Although, I think a lot of people would drink too many of them, and bad outcomes would happen.
Tinseltini version 1 was not a pleasant surprise. Version 2 was actually good, and you would put it on the menu and people would keep ordering them. That's the thing. I mean, we've actually played a couple of parties in New Jersey where we served drinks and people just kept coming back because they're like, wow. I think there's a real dearth in general with events with bartenders. It's like they know how to make a beer and a wine. And I think if that's what you know how to mix, okay, yeah, you got a problem there. But there's a real problem with...
That's not mixing.
That's not mixing. There's a real problem with kind of a party bar that has a ton of liquor and nothing to mix with. I've seen that a lot, actually. You see this bar with a ton of liquor behind there. All sorts of stuff. Everything you could possibly imagine. Yeah. And there's no vermouth. So you walk in and you're like, I like a martini. I can't do it. Oh, well,
all right, then just give me straight gin.
Then what about a Manhattan? No, I can't do that either. There's no vermouth. What's wrong with vermouth, people? Vermouth is about $5 on the shelf at most places, you know? Jeez, even good vermouth is not that expensive. So that's the thing. It really makes you wonder.
My gosh, Vienna Sausages.
I draw the line there. Spam is one thing.
Well, I think people think of Vienna sausages as not cooking them.
Well, but it's fully cooked, like Spam.
No, I know, but I think, when people think of with Vienna sausages, I think they're thinking of not cooking them.
They're pretty terrible raw. But so is Spam.
Yes.
Spam is terrible. Terrible raw.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fully cooked, so it's not raw.
She's saying I could never get past the jelly in the bottom of the can.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, that's... Mm-mm.
Yeah, pork gelatin is what that is.
No.
That's your problem. Well, the truth is that the Spam has a certain gelatinous nature to it, too, because it's really just... It's just ham leftover.
Amy comes from a long line of vermouth drinkers.
Oh, yeah. I'm not surprised by that. That is a really long tradition in that area of the world where your folks came from a long time ago.
Texas Key Lodge bars are like that. Jaeger is technically close to an Amaro.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
I'm okay with an approximation as long as it tastes good. If it tastes bad, then nope, it's fired. But
no, good is good.
Sometimes you gotta make do with what you've got.
I was about to say that the two things you need to know about Spam is that it's an extreme convenience food. So during the big one,
Oh, he would eat them right out of the can.
During WW2, the Army served this to the troops 3 meals a day. That's why people got sick of Spam, because it was too much Spam.
Yeah, you can drink straight vermouth, John.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
People do.
Absolutely. Vermouth is basically an aperitif wine.
Yeah.
It's not a fortified wine. It is a flavored wine. It's been spiced up.
Yeah.
You've got aromatics in there. That's it. But at the end of the day, it's probably about 12% alcohol. It's not a liquor by any means. It's a wine. It's a flavored wine. And, you know...
Spam, 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 spam.
The other thing you need about spam is that if you are cooking it yourself for guests, cook it. Cook the hell out of it. Really, you want to get that crispy.
It was very cringe.
And once that happens, the magic occurs and people say, wow, this is good. Crisp is good in this case. You need to burn off some of that fat for one.
Doug says,
but you need to get that edge
in
off.
Rhode Island, they sell vermouth by the gallon jug.
I've seen that as well. They certainly sell wine by the gallon jug in there. Its name is gallon.
Everyone's fathers were doing these preserved meats. Lisa says, Dad loves spam and eggs for breakfast. I love it.
The first time I ever had spam was at a scout cookout. And one of the fathers there was just frying it up. And he said, oh, try this out. I didn't like it at the time, but I don't think it was fried well enough. That was a long time ago.
The scandal.
Yeah, well, that's
didn't like spam originally.
Well, spam straight out of the can is not great, but it's fully cooked. You could eat it, but so what? You got to anything that is just cold and gelatinous is not that appetizing. Fry it for damn sake. Jeez, get some crispiness on it. You've got to cook that spam down.
Sweet and some like dry. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
interestingly enough,
everyone had their own thing.
In a Manhattan cocktail, traditionally made with sweet, I like sweet and dry. I like the perfect Manhattan. I think that balances it out right on. And if you got some Abbott's bitters, bang, that's a Manhattan cocktail.
Of course, like he always calls it a perfect Manhattan, which is technically the name.
It's the name of the drink.
If you go into a bar with a bartender who's under 65, they're not going to know what you're talking about.
No. But if you describe it, they can do it.
You go to Sardi's, you're like, oh, a perfect Manhattan. Oh, okay.
The man is good.
There's nothing in here. He handed it over. There's nothing in it.
I guess I got to go back down.
I'm actually good. You don't have to go down. But if you want to go down, you go.
He's still open, but, I got a few things here.
10:30, you said.
I did say
another 42 minutes. Should you want to?
We got Doug agreeing with the perfect. Well, there's a man of taste. And John saying Uncle Jack's. Oh.
Okay, the one
remember Uncle Jack.
Scream reference. Yeah.
I remember Uncle Jack, and I think that's exactly what I would have thought. He would have enjoyed a Manhattan. But and I'm saying to myself, he probably grew up with people who thought that a perfect drink was 2 ounces of Irish whiskey. Well, that's not bad at all. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, Gettysburg, Miami. Okay, hopefully we will see you soon from Atlanta.
Please. Yeah. But definitely.
Hopefully the snow misses you.
Oh, please.
When Paul speaks of a place being dead, it reminds me of a friend, him and his family, only once on a military flight. He said they landed in Scotland, laughed, and he said, let me finish. Wait, what? Wait. What? Oh, I laughed. Oh, okay. All right, I got it. A drunk submarine crew boarded in Scotland. He left and said, you are correct. Okay, got it. All right,
done.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
All the 3 pieces.
I got lost there for a second. But
It's got split up. Absolutely. That's the stuff.
I love it.
Now, by the way, John, my grandfather...
Errol, your comments are the best. I love them.
Oh, he's hilarious.
They just crack us up.
Well, when I was in the Navy, you were never in the military. Well, I played cards with men in the Navy, and you hear things that civilians don't hear. That's the thing.
Oh,
and,
okay. Wait.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yep.
Lisa's saying, we have sweet and dry vermouth that is probably 12 years old. Is it still good to use? I would say, was it refrigerated? If it was refrigerated...
You've got a chance.
You've got a chance. If it wasn't refrigerated, I'd probably just start over.
It's a wine product.
Yeah.
and it will deteriorate. And that's because it's not high enough.
Oh,
proof.
safe travels to you, Marcy.
Yes.
Can't wait to see you.
Please. Please.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
Get us here together, folks. That's the idea.
Uh-oh.
Absolutely.
He went full Irish for a second.
What Irish? No. So, listen. Vermouth is actually fragile. You want to keep it
it's a wine product.
If you once you crack it, keep it in the fridge and use it. Use it. Don't let it sit around. If people use a half ounce at a time, it sits around forever. It goes bad. The flavor goes off. It's no good. I have an ancient bottle of vermouth that my father picked out from a wine stock years ago. This is going to be 1967.
Oh, dear.
It's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the bottle still. I'm too sentimental to kill it, but no, there's no hope. But he simultaneously picked up a bottle of Armagnac. That's fine. Liquor will last.
It wasn't refrigerated. Yeah, I would probably start over, Lisa.
I hate to say,
just, you know what?
Yeah, drain cleaner.
If the bottle's cool, pour it out, save the bottle.
Save the bottle. But most vermouth bottles are not that spectacular. Find yourself a nice brand of vermouth. You can really upsell yourself on vermouth and spend a grand total of like $20 a bottle. It's not crazy. Less than that even. $15 a bottle is fine. Because a lot of vermouth is really, really cheap. It's okay. Maybe not that impressive. Cook with it. Oh, maybe you could just cook it down as a wine product. Yeah, could be okay. I'm thinking of other things we were talking about a second ago. Kind of lost the thread for a second. Oh, I was talking about like John was talking about his Uncle Jack's drink was a Manhattan. My grandfather's drink was a Manhattan. And the thing is, I don't know how Jack had his Manhattans. He might have said like he drank it like a cocktail, sip, sip, sip. My grandfather was like, went to a restaurant, they served him Manhattan, he went, boom, down the hatch.
Oh wait, Sherry says we use dry vermouth in cooking ever since I had a pot pie with vermouth sauce, and it was in a restaurant at the Denver airport.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, that's super fancy.
Talk
for
about
an
talking with
airport
yourselves.
restaurant. I love it.
Well, that's fun. Vermouth is great in cooking. We use vermouth, dry vermouth in cooking a lot because we don't necessarily have dry wine or white wine around the house. And we frequently are like, we need 3 or 4 ounces of something. So I just whip out the vermouth. And it works just fine.
Yeah.
And the aromatics just enhance the flavor. It's a good idea. Well, vermouth is not particularly expensive. So, well, it could be. But a lot of vermouth is not particularly expensive. So you can cook with it. That's fine. So we got that going on too. Are you out of thing?
I still have beer.
Oh, you do. Maybe I should have beer.
Are you thinking of going down to...
No.
Now, okay.
I've done that.
Is it getting to be time to put this to bed?
It might be. People have been watching this.
We gotta get up at...
Oh, almost 2 hours now.
I haven't clocked the time because we're basically at the airport.
We're there. It's not going to take us any time to go.
We still have to get to economy parking.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get to economy parking, you have to get the bus to the airport, which is fine. The bus comes all the time, but finding economy parking is always
except you'll be out there at 7:30 in the morning trying to find the economy parking bus.
Thankfully, we have pre-check.
Yeah, right in.
But anyway, I guess we should probably wrap it up.
Yeah, anyway. But the simple fact is, we've been able to have you here as our guest for 2 hours.
Oh wait, Ryan says dry martini vermouth is great with shrimp.
Oh.
I love shrimp, okay, I love that idea.
You remember the Frugal Gourmet? This goes back way to the 1980s. There was a minister who was the Frugal Gourmet.
Daniel, we'll miss you.
Yes. Oh, I know.
But Ohana is not that far off, actually.
It is not. And we saw you in September, and oh man, you
start teaching the bartender. He's done.
I could do it, but I've done it.
Mm.
That's the fact.
All right, so yeah.
But
I know.
I forgot what I was going to say. Dry martinis.
All right.
3 dry martinis. The simple fact of our martinis always
3
remains the
dry
same.
martinis, 2 at the most.
Yeah, the simple fact remains the same, and it was said by a famous author: "I like a martini, 2 at the
2
most,
at the most.
3."
I'm under the table.
And you know the rest of the story. And that's the fact. And Dorothy Parker was brilliant. So, hey, I personally recommend 1 dry martini at the most. But if you like to...
Oh, wait, satellite says... Wait, hold on.
Hold the bus.
Wait, hold on.
The broadcast
Wait,
continues.
Where are you sad? Oh. Amy's sad to be missing the fun.
I know.
Chess says Repo Man, plate of shrimp.
See? I was thinking shrimp, and I saw a plate of shrimp.
Satellite says, I see lots of chicken with vermouth recipes online. Sounds great. Yes! That would be great.
I was talking about
I'm into that.
There was an 80s show called The Frugal Gourmet. He was a cooking show, and it was a minister. And he talked about one time doing, it was a Chinese recipe called...
It has been swell.
Drunk shrimp. And the drunk shrimp were drunk on gin. And he was talking about having a broadcast where he had a bottle of gin on the table, and people were like, oh, well, that's interesting, But I tried that once, and it was awesome. It was really good. It was so simple. It was just a couple of ingredients, and it was a shot of gin.
Okay.
And it was so good you could eat the shells.
Let's
he
get
was right.
sushi and not pay.
Let's go do some crimes. Oh, Dookie Wookie hurt his widow head. Shut up, Archie. You always come back to Repo Man.
All right.
I always do.
We're going to do the Muppets and Repo Man. Short list.
Artichokes makes you think of artichoke amaro.
Chinar?
Chinar is
You mean?
excellent sort of thing. I like that a lot. So.
All right. I guess we got to clean up this room before we get out of here tomorrow.
No, we don't. There's a person to clean up the room. But we will do it because...
we're going to nominally clean it. I don't like to...
We are not going to leave a messy room.
I'm not a 60s rock star. I'm not
going
to trash my hotel room.
Yeah. So, but...
Oh, good night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us in our little room. And thank you for sticking with us when our internet connection went deeply south.
Flickered like mad and finally just died. But we got it back. Thank you.
Yeah.
Took the opportunity to take care of a few things. And that is life on the road. Sometimes it's going to be okay, and sometimes it's going to be completely...
We're going to try to go live from Atlanta, but who even knows what will happen.
Inside a 1970s building, possibly even earlier, with a lot of metal on the walls, your signal could be terrible.
Thank you.
We will find out. Who knows? Maybe they've got facility. Maybe we could tap into their Wi-Fi and they would not mind. We'll try to see what we can do.
Virtual hugs to all of you too.
Please.
Thank you so much.
I'm so glad that we could share this experience with you together from a hotel room in Newark.
Maybe next time we'll take a live feed down to the bar, but
it would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
The man down there tonight would have said, "Oh, what's going on?" But it's all good.
Just make a drink, whatever. Anyway. All right. Good night, everybody.
The simple fact is we've enjoyed seeing all of you here today.
Yes.
We'll see some of you tomorrow. And as always, no matter where you are or what you do, we will see